Lacrosse Legends. Lacrosse Legends, a comprehensive look at America's greatest game, featuring legends past, present, and future.
Today on Lacrosse Legends, we're at LaxCon 2023. When you think of Baltimore, the Orioles come to mind.
About 5, 10 fucking years from now, who's in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, you're going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Manager Earl Lee.
You know it.
Up World Series?
You know it.
You're going to be in the Hall of Fame?
You know it. I've won more than I've lost, kid.
And other greats like Frank Robinson.
There's a high drive into deep left, way up. A home run for Frank Robinson.
Brooks Robinson.
There's a drive down the third baseline. Robinson dives into foul territory, up with it, off balance throw to first. He's got him.
Eddie Murray.
This might be it. Wait, I think it is. It's gone. 500 for Eddie Murray.
Jim Palmer. Cal Ripken. And let's not forget Babe Ruth, who was born in Baltimore. These players are honored at Camden Yards. Next door at the Baltimore Convention Center, the USA Lacrosse Convention, LacxCon 2023. Lacrosse Legends attended LacxCon 2023 and chatted with some of the guests.
I'm here today helping support the Indigenous Values Initiative and the American Indian Law Alliance as they work to educate people about the indigenous origins of lacrosse. I find that it's really important to learn about the indigenous origins of lacrosse, to find ways to support indigenous nations and peoples, and to use my privilege to speak to predominantly white and also Christian communities, talking about ways that we can support indigenous nations, indigenous sovereignties, think about religious freedom in a way that includes indigenous peoples, and learn how to respect indigenous cultures and share the game of lacrosse. The Haudenosaunee game of lacrosse was a gift that was shared and given to people, and so I think it's really important to respect that gift and to honor the creators of the game. The Haudenosaunee Nationals, this is the Golden Eagle logo that Faithkeeper Oren Lyons created in the 1980s when the Haudenosaunee Nationals, then called the Iroquois Nationals, came to be, and to represent the game of lacrosse and the Haudenosaunee at the Olympics in LA in the 1980s. The story of the Haudenosaunee Nationals is a really important story for anyone who loves and knows the game of lacrosse. I can say Haudenosaunee because that's the name that I hear folks most often using for themselves. Iroquois is a pejorative term that was imposed, in my understanding, so the team, to reflect their own self-understanding, changed the name to Haudenosaunee Nationals recently. They are looking to compete in the Olympics in 2028 because lacrosse is coming home. Lacrosse is going to be, hopefully, in the Olympics. The Haudenosaunee Nationals want to participate in the Olympics, not on Team USA, not on Team Canada, but as the Haudenosaunee Nationals, marching under their own flag, participating as the sovereign, free, indigenous nations that they are.
Haudenosaunee Nationals have branched out into 5. We have 5, maybe 6 teams actively around the world now. So our major effort, of course, is to finance their travel, which is hugely expensive. But we're managing a little at a time. The development of the games now, we have the men's outdoor field, then we have the 19 and under men's outdoor field, then we have the indoor box lacrosse team, men's, women's outdoor field team, have the women's under 19 outdoor field team. All of them travel internationally independently, and that takes a lot of financing. I think that's probably where we have to do the most development right now, is to get more information out and so how to do that. And my son Rex has taken over a lot of that, and he's developing the process to meet that issue.
Thank you very much for your time. Best of luck to you. I look forward to seeing you on the lacrosse field.
Every year we'll be there.
Yes, sir.
We'll be there.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
All right, so 2023 coming up to next year, I'll be making lacrosse sticks. Last year I was ill, fighting cancer, so I didn't make any sticks for like 10 months. Better with the cancer. Hopefully this next coming year I can make maybe 100 sticks, hopefully. And hopefully the cancer is abated and I can live a better life than I did last year. I'm confident, very confident. Doesn't scare me. And I'll see what I can do. But I keep making lacrosse sticks because I love the game. I love making sticks. And I'll keep at it. Very low key in my company. I don't advertise. I don't hand out my number. I don't do anything online. All right. So I'm kind of a weirdo in that respect. You look at some videos. Stick maker unstrung, spirit game, medicine game, and different movies like that, films, documentaries like that. You can find me on the internet. There's different places to find me.
Thank you again. Enjoy your weekend, sir.
You're welcome.
Next on Lacrosse Legends. You're watching Lacrosse Legends.
I'm an historian, and I've written a number of books on the history of the game. And I'm from Canada, but I played my lacrosse at Hobart College in Geneva, New York, and played for Team Canada, and love the history of the game. This year is a big year in Canada for reconciliation. So the schools are making a big effort to teach First Nations culture to everybody. My books are becoming more important that way for helping educate on the history and culture of the game up in Canada right now. Info at lacrossetheancientgame.com. That's the easiest way to get to me.
You guys happy about Maryland this year?
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just think, okay, man, okay, what jersey they got on? I want a good game. As the referee, I tell kids that I don't care what color jersey you got on. I want a good game. I'm playing, coach, fan, official. I want a good game. Yes. Give me a good game, we good. That's it. That's all I need. Yeah, in 1975, it was my junior year in high school. My head coach, Dave Menster, graduated from the University of Maryland. That summer, he took us to a clinic. That's the first time we had been to a clinic, right? And they had just won the championship that year. That was Frank Urso and all of them. So we go out there. We from West Baltimore. We see these white boys, hair, the baby white tubes. And we looked at each other. Me, Calvin's name was Brian. We looked at each other like, oh, that's how lacrosse is supposed to be played. And it changed our game completely. When we came to Morgan, they used to say, these boys, they think they pretty. We came out with the white Rydell, the baby too. We got that from them. They used to practice stick work. Yeah, I used to polish my cleats before the game. And we got that whole concept. Number one, that summer camp, that training. They just won the championship, and it just changed the way we looked at the game. And we brought that to Morgan. Hey, Chad? Yeah, it is. Excuse me, they got Nick. All good. What's up? How you doing, man?
Coach Woodson, how are you, sir?
Man, Lex is good. How are you? Lax.org. A lot of information off that. Right now, I'm restarting Charm City as a youth program with the focus on academics and the really, really small kids to filter them into the other rec and club programs here in Baltimore, so we can build a foundation, a base, and kids have strong academics, good lacrosse skills to make everybody's program stronger. And then on the back end, we're doing high school and college summer teams. So these kids come from college, they say, and they don't, it's hard for them to find a team because of the politics. You don't have to eat at that table. We're gonna set our own. And then with the high school kids, we playing like with Brett with the Long Island Lacrosse Urban Alliance. Those kids are getting recruited to college because every kid on those teams have been recruited to college but one, and they're working on that now. So just gonna keep grinding, keep building, keep getting better. Because 2 Thessalonians 3:10, if you don't work, you don't eat. We working, so we gonna eat good. The new website which will actually be launched today. It's at charmcitylax.com. All right.
Good seeing you, Coach.
All right, you too, man. Thank you. Always a pleasure.
Next on Lacrosse Legends. You're watching Lacrosse Legends.
Fuel the growth. Primarily that means getting sticks in kids' hands. So certainly through the course of this last year, it was focused, it was better focused, but that would be our focus moving forward. That is common ground that everybody can rally around. Participation for young people playing sport. Certainly in our case, we hope that's lacrosse. Enrich the experience. Sticks stay in kids' hands. Coaches are educated. Officials are available to train. We're an active field. We're athletes that play in communities. And then field the best national teams. We're the only organization that can put anybody that can represent the USA into sanctioned international competition. And that's an important point to remember. We're the only organization that can actually put Team USA national team into international competition. We have 12 national team programs. So I'll go through them. Men's and women's senior, which many of you guys know, the women, I'll talk about that in a minute. Men's and women's under 20. Men's and women's box, men's and women's sixes, which is a little bit different. And men's and women under 18 and under 16, respectively, national team player development, which is our player development program into the national teams. In the men's division, Japan actually won bronze medal. And the reason why I bring that up is because it's a reflection of how the game is globally growing. It is a reflection of sixes as a discipline. The Olympic movement is driving global participation, and it is also driving a higher level of competition. It's not just the U.S. and Canada anymore at the top of the pyramid. Haudenosaunee, England, Australia, but Japan is probably going to be the next great lacrosse nation, both men and women. So let's take a look at some headlines from the past year. Simply put, momentum. Now, if you notice that graph in the middle is a little dip, we, like many organizations, dealt with COVID dip and certain measures will give a vaccination. But over the course of the last year, excuse me, we've had really good momentum. And here's some highlights around that. Tennessee, as a matter of fact, has added sanctioned lacrosse this past week. This momentum is obviously incredibly positive. Some of this momentum we have been lighting fire behind. Some of it we're very just fortunate to be riding the wave. The bottom point I think is interesting because we often talk about lacrosse, legacy markets, Northeast corridor, and I want us all to remove that from our language because we're perpetuating that. I call it stereotype. We're perpetuating that thinking. The reality is when you look at where our top growth markets are, in the red there, California, Florida, Texas, Ohio, they're not Northeast corridor. And we're seeing continued growth in Portland, Oregon, as an example, where we've got a lot of growth opportunity. North Carolina, Georgia. So, yes, lacrosse is very local, but we are national. So this is the 25th anniversary of the USA Lacrosse as an organization, so congratulations. The racial diversity in that mix skewed higher than our membership, which means you're attracting new audience. One of the things I've always thought about lacrosse, we do a great job talking to ourselves, but we need to talk to new audiences. And this is part of that objective in terms of continuing to grow our player base in new communities. And so that was really positive. And the plan really is now to take this global. The other good points, being in early November, it is Native American History Month. So there's a great connection to the roots and origin of the game. that will be part of the curriculum. And then being able to go in early November, a lot of the collegiate athletes, it's election week, are not practicing that week. So we are working with the IMLCA, which is the Collegiate Men's Lacrosse Association, the IWLCA, which is the women's side, to work to multiply that.
Well, this is the last thing you want to see. As they brought the stretcher out, they have that backboard out. DeMar Hamlin is the one who was in on that stop on T. Higgins.
That's not what any of us want to see, and everybody's around him, and just hope that he's going to be okay.
Not been communicated to the public what happened, right? So let's be clear about that. There is presumption, whether accurate or not, there was commotion of cordis. And for those of you who don't know, commotion of cordis is a moment in time in which right after a heartbeat, like it was 4/100th of a second, if you get the right impact, at the right angle, at the right time, that stops the heart. It is a condition that was a lacrosse, lacrosse baseball injury. USA Lacrosse was at the forefront researching that. This organization and people before me deserve enormous credit for that safety issue, and not only doing the research but mandating that shoulder pads for the boys' game in particular that have certain chest protection around the heart cavity be mandated, which started last year. We got a lot of pushback because of cost, because of challenges in the supply chain. It was like this perfect storm of some really challenging headwinds. But when you see that happen, you recognize how important it is. And young boys are more susceptible to it because their chest cavities are not as muscular and built out of that. And so we were at the forefront of that. And so certainly what's come out of that is your point. And from what I understand, the PLL was working with their athletes before that issue. That new athletes coming into the PLL would be wearing protective gear. Comparable to how hockey, in fact, instituted eyewear and headwear, is they didn't do it all at once. They did it when players came in early. So players had done it a while. So there was precedent for that implementation process. From what I understand, I think that has changed, and there will be a mandate at that level for quality athletes to wear protective gear. We do want to use this moment, and it sounds a good opportunity, but we do want to use this moment where DeMar Hamlin had the injury as a way to promote heart health, heart safety. We actually have a video that was recently created that we will be pushing out as a reminder of that. We are working with the manufacturers like SDX, as an example, to push that out. Yes, they have vested interest because they're selling product, but they also have vested interest in what is good for the game. Nobody wants somebody getting hurt. So we are pushing that out. We were waiting a bit out of respect for what make sure young man DeMar Hamlin came through, and we were also waiting for a potential announcement of what it was as a way to raise the conversation to the body that has not happened yet. So we've been kind of pacing it because you can use that moment to elevate the discussion, but I would encourage folks to you can apply for a grant to do that. We are pushing in that direction, and again, thanks for being part of that. Wonderful. Thank you for your time. Really appreciate it.
Next was the USA Lacrosse Fan Fest.
If I get one of these sticks, can I play like Gait and Paul Gait?
That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to provide the best sticks that allow players to become the best. So, absolutely. We're still working with the rules committees on getting our defensive line of sticks approved. So, that's what's in the works right now. We got a new goalie head in the future. So we got lots of great products. We're going to keep innovating and keep coming up with new ideas and new products.
Great seeing you again, and best of luck to you in 2023.
Thank you very much.
Going great, you know, we're working through recovery here, try and get back to a new normal and get some strength so I can move around a lot easier. You know, get some vehicles in line so I can have some freedom and drive around on my own again. So, you know, the next couple of weeks I should be back to almost a normal life other than being able to walk.
Igniting the Future, LacxCon 2023. Another great event put together by USA Lacrosse.
Go USA.
This is Monsanto Muzak for Lacrosse Legends.